Now, and it was heavy because in the beginning when the immigrants was coming over, that's called Ellis Island.
Yeah.
When the immigrants was coming over, they were screening them there, if I'm correct.
Yeah, they were.
They were screening them there on Ellis Island, where the statue is at. You know. So go ahead.
It says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication.
Right. They committed fornication, meaning had sex with her. How? They started bringing, right? Immigrants started coming back in the day, over to Ellis Island, getting screened, setting up shop, making money. That's how. And then, since they came over here, they had to learn all the ways of America. They had to become Americans. They had to learn the so-called democratic bullshit ways, and they had to kind of forget about their cultures, right, back home, and change up. So they had to lie with America in order to thrive here in America. Okay, that's how the nations became rich. Okay, same thing now. The Chinese, they come over here right away. Boom, the banks give them all kind of money, all kind of credit, man. Right off the bat, bam. The East Indians, bam, same thing. So all that bullshit, nah, man, you don't have nothing. You ain't stay in school or go to college and do. But that's bullshit. Because the system is designed against against Israel, against these people. All right, it's a systematic thing. So don't give me that bullshit. And even when Jake go to these schools, they make sure they don't make it to where they to certain levels, man. So they keep them contained. All right.
So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet-colored beast.
Right. That woman is America. The scarlet-covered beast is NATO. The scarlet-covered beast is NATO. Now we're not gonna get too much into that because we want to stay on topic. But the woman is America, the harlot is America, and the scarlet-colored beast is NATO. All right, that's the beast, and Yahushua is coming to burn her ass up. Now, hold that, brother. Now, I mentioned something about America being spread out too thin. The same thing happened in Rome. Alright, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, this is an article entitled The End of an Empire. It says, I'm just getting to the point.
Yeah, and America is an empire. Any nation that has their army and got garrisons set up in other people's land, that's an empire. And Rome did the same thing.
Right.
Okay? That's an empire. America is an empire. America is one of those kingdoms that Daniel spoke about, all right? It's called Rome. All right, go ahead.
It says, like Rome,
right, go ahead.
America has spread itself too thin.
Like Rome, America has spread herself out too thin. Talking about the military. I think America's every damn where it's military, man. I can understand why all the nations hate this bitch.
They got embassies set up in over 300 and some countries.
Say it louder.
They have embassies set up in 300 and some different countries, man.
See, now, that's the brother Ashawar, right behind the camera. He said that America got U.S. embassies set up over 300 some odd nations, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, like Rome, America has spread itself too thin and is unable to respond to new threats as they emerge with either.
Yeah, now, one of the things how Rome fell, Rome became too big for herself. She had garrisons everywhere, man. Rome became big, huge. But what happened was, just like America, the currency started depreciating. It was called the denarii, and it had weight. It started depreciating, man, meaning it started losing its value. So they started saying, look, we're gonna have to stop cutting back on the metal that we use to make the denarii, so we could use it for other resources. So it started becoming lighter and lighter. Same thing is happening with the United States dollar. is becoming, like the denarii, useless. It has become useless already. Okay? Yeah,
It says, okay, and it's unable to respond to new threats.
oh, I'm sorry. What I was beginning to say was one of the ways America fell, of course, it was the Heavenly Father that caused her to fall, okay, from her greatness, all right? What happened was America was spread out, Rome was spread out too thin. So what happened in the center of Rome, the city, was left vulnerable. So the barbarians, the barbaric tribes started getting together and noticing that, and they had their shot, they had a chance, and started coming in and starting fight with Rome, with the city, and took it over eventually, man. All right. So go ahead.
It says it is unable to respond to new threats as they emerge when their conventions show military force or skilled use of soft power to leverage its credibility in the world. While the dangers we face were once diverse and scattered, the Iraq War pushed many of our enemies to see us as a common threat, where religious differences would have otherwise made cooperation impossible. Moreover, in the collapsing the Baptist regime of Saddam Hussein, America has paved way for an even less compatible Iranian dominance in the region. Yeah. It says, while the comparison to Rome is imperfect, there are nonetheless parallels worth considering.
There's a lot of parallels between Rome, the ancient Rome, and the neo-Rome, which is America. A lot of comparison, a lot of parallels. Undeniable, man. Alright, go ahead.
America today faces the same dilemma of the Eastern Roman Empire. Should it attempt to reign its lost global supremacy or fortify and adapt a new law? So let me read that again. It said, should it attempt to reign its lost global supremacy or fortify and adapt the new world? Will we follow Virgil's famous line from the Aeneid?
Right.
Rome is dying alone with awful saith to rule mankind and to make the world obey, or to observe strength and create a framework for global cooperation.
Right, because that's what America's trying to do. See, America knew they did a lot of dirt to people in the past. All right, conquered nations, murdered people, stole their resources. That's the whole reason why they went into Iraq. That's the reason why they're trying to get into Iran and take over Syria. Just the other day, it was a ship carrying military personnel on board that was shot down in Afghanistan. All right, it was shot down. They're trying to say it crashed. No, it got shot down, man. Okay. Yeah.
This is about the Roman Empire comparison to America in the Bible. This is First Maccabees chapter 8, verse 14. Yet for all this, none of them were crowned or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby. Moreover, they have made for themselves a Senate house, wherein
You break it down.
It says, moreover, they have made for themselves a Senate house, which what you see down in D.C., man. A Senate house, man. Now, wherein 320 men sat in council daily, and you can watch that on, I forgot the name of that channel, but you got Direct TV.
C-SPAN.
Yeah, C-SPAN, yep. You can watch those men in the Senate houses, and it's going into right now, wherein they sat in council daily, and that's what they do, man.
That's right.
It says,
pass laws.
that's right. consulting always for the people to the end that they might be well ordered. It says, and they commit themselves